So, but
To be young is not a physical age. Yes, there can be an 80-year-old who is younger than you.
so it is said that कि knowledge की कोई age नहीं होती. So if the person is old, his age is
Whosoever has said that knowledge is independent of age does not understand anything. Knowledge comes only with age, because knowledge is an accumulation.
Over time.
Intelligence.
So knowledge is always dependent on time and age.
so old person cannot study.
An old person has already studied so much.
If he wants to study further,
He will not want, because he will say that I already. When you go and tell something,
like blocked vision, there are many people also who want
they are not old.
They're not old.
They are not old. They may be physically 90 years of age, but they are still very young.
Sir, how does knowledge become a barrier in our learning?
When you already know, why do you need to know? When you already know, why do you need to know?
How they can be young within
How can
19 years old or 18 or 19?
how can there be?
How they can be young with their intelligence?
How they can
Not
be?
with their knowledge, but with their intelligence.
Yeah, of course. Whosoever will not allow the content of the mind to become a barrier in seeing, in listening, is still young. See, understand this. Who is a child? We are not talking of the physical age. We are talking of the mind here. Let us try to define who is a child. A child is someone who cannot know, because the physical apparatus, the brain, the physical thing that has cells, is itself not ripe. That is a child. A child is someone, understand this, who cannot know. An old man is someone who already knows. Then who is a young man?
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't know but can know. And that is beautiful. The humility is there that I don't really know. And the faith is there that I can know. That is a young man. The child says I cannot know, and it's right, the child cannot know. The old man says I already know. The young man is one who says I'm not full of knowledge, but I have the capacity to know. I'm not too full, but I have the capability. I have the surrender. I have not become rigid. I can open myself up. I can surrender to reality and hence know. That's what a young man is. You have these tables and benches, right? They are wood. Wood. And there are these trees outside. And we have very fine weather. And many of these trees are young. What is the difference between this wood and that tree?
That is young, full of life.
Yes, but what is the difference?
The difference is that it is growing and can grow. It will grow fully and it will be.
But see, this is so nicely polished.
It is rigid.
This is so nicely polished.
It will not accept changes.
It will not accept any changes, and it has a beautiful form already, well structured, well organized, very usable. The society will use it very nicely. But that tree, that cannot really be used by the society unless you hack it down. This will not experience the breeze blowing.
Yeah.
That will experience the breeze blowing. And that is vulnerable. If there is a storm, it will harm the tree. But no storm will harm this. That is what is to be young, to be vulnerable, to be open.
To be open to harmless.
To be open to harm, yes. To be open to everything that existence is. That is what is young.
So that is
That is to live. That is it to live. That is it to live. That is life. To be vulnerable. To be not to be present in a drawing room in a very ornamented way. This will always be found in drawing rooms. Nicely polished, shining, respectable, usable. That will never be found. It will be found rooted in the soil. That is what it is to be young. Now look at your face. Does your face look more like this or like that? Ask yourself. Am I a creature of the drawing room or am I a creature of the soil? If you are a creature of the drawing room, you are not young. And the tree has dirt over it. This will rarely have any dirt over it. And the tree is irregular. This is very, very regular. The tree is not nicely pruned. This is very nicely pruned. Ask yourself, my mind, my body, are they not very nicely pruned like this table? Just as some chemical has been applied on the surface of the table to shine it. We also apply chemicals on our surface to shine it. Then how are we like the tree? One in 1,000 physically young people is actually young. 1 in 1,000 is actually like the tree. Singing with the wind, open to the sun, blossoming, flowering, and dying. Others are like the table, nicely decorated. They spend 2 hours daily on decorating themselves. The tree never decorates itself. Yet the tree is much, much more beautiful than any of these furnitures. And we decorate ourselves so much, yet we are never beautiful. We are ornamented, all right, but we are not beautiful. You don't know beauty. Beauty is not about having a face that is glossy and color on lips. Is that what beauty is? We don't know beauty because we don't know the tree. Go and observe a tree really, and then you will realize what is it to be young and what is it to be really beautiful. This has been killed. This has been murdered. We too have been killed and murdered at this early age. This has been given an artificial color. This wood is no more the wood it used to be. An artificial color has been given to it. You too have been given artificial colors. Look at your hair. Look at your cheek. Look at your clothes. Everything is artificial. Is there anything artificial about the tree? No. And that is why it is young, because there is nothing artificial about it.
So artificial in our sense would be an ego.
Ask yourself, all that comes from outside is artificiality.
But it is the need of our.
So knowledge is also coming from.
Yes. Good, very good, very good.
But it is the need of our.
What do you mean by need of the hour? What kind of phrase is that? Need of the hour.
We need that.
Who decides the need? Who decides the need?
Can be.
It's just like saying the tree says that I must be made into a dining table. That's the need of the hour. What kind of statement is this?
Sir, he said that knowledge comes from outside, but won't self-knowledge be from inside?
That is not really knowledge, because you cannot accumulate it. Knowledge is always associated with memory. Self-knowledge has no memory component with it. You cannot remember it. You cannot experience it. Self-knowledge is not something that can go into memory. And if it is going into memory, it is not self-knowledge. It is self-deception.
So could you explain what it means to be self?
It means nothing. Actually, it means nothing. till the point it means something, it is not self-knowledge. It is just self-concept. And self-concepts are cozy, comfortable. We live in self-concepts. We do not live in self-awareness.